good, YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA, and we are back here for another video. Now, yesterday I actually did not have a video because I have been really busy this weekend, but I do want to start to upload a lot more tomorrow, probably every other day until more NBA news starts coming out. But just let me know. Let me know, because if I think of a good idea, I'll definitely just drop it daily as much as possible. But just let me know what you guys want to see. And make sure you go ahead and like up this video, and of course subscribe. Today we're talking about Kevin Porter Jr. out of the University of Southern California, USC, them Trojans. Obviously in the last one we talked about Jarrett Culver, and before him we actually talked about Cam Reddish out of Duke University. But in that Culver video, I got a lot of requests about, since I said that Culver is a steal of the draft, I got a lot of requests talking about Kevin Porter Jr. And I think that that's really fair. Now, obviously in these videos, I don't go too much in depth. I pretty much give you guys kind of like the synopsis of all these players, my personal opinion on them, and just where I have them going. So currently I have Kevin Porter Jr. landing at pick number 16 to the Orlando Magic. A lot of mock drafts have him going 15th. Some of them have him going late 20s, early 20s. He's really all over the place. But as far as why people are calling him underrated, I can definitely understand so. I mean, at the beginning of this season, he was pretty much a lock for the top 5. People were like saying, all right, it's RJ, it's Zion. Josh started to like get into it maybe around the middle of the college season. But at the beginning, they definitely had RJ going 1. They had Zion going like 3rd. They had Porter like at like number 4. And you guys are probably wondering, how does he go from being projected at the top 5 at the beginning of this season? Even though coming out of high school, he wasn't like the highest recruited player, but he was somewhere in there. The beginning of the season, he's in the top 5, like by everybody's list, so it's pretty much a consensus top 5 player. And then he's finishing off at like number 15, or in my case 16. And that's because this season we didn't really get to see him play that much. I mean, he only played 21 games. He started in 4 of them. He averaged about 9.5 points a game. And I mean, yeah, and he was suspended, so that character stuff definitely becomes a problem. But I can see why people would say that Kevin Porter is underrated, because he's probably one of the best shot creators in this NBA draft. And that includes a draft that has other good creators like Barrett and a bunch of other guards in general. But Kevin Porter Jr., there's a reason why he's drawn comparisons to James. Well, the best one I've seen is James Harden. Well, or the best player that I've seen him compared to is James Harden, because he's also a lefty and he's really crafty. He's a good ball handler and stuff like that. I think that is really high, because we said the same thing about Markelle Fultz. But I've seen a variety of comparisons for Kevin Porter, and none of those players are bad. I mean, obviously the James Harden one probably won't happen, but we've also seen comparisons like a left-handed J.R. Smith, CJ Miles, who isn't that bad, Deshaun Stevenson, and a couple of other ones like that. But regardless, let's just go ahead and let's just lay out some of his strengths. First off, he measured in at about 6'6", 217 pounds. He's a freshman shooting guard, and clearly one of his biggest strengths is his size for that position. As we know, the NBA game is getting bigger. Players, especially guards, are getting taller and bigger, and him measuring in at 6'6" definitely helps him out. His strength, his size, his agility, his craftiness with the ball, and obviously his shot creation as well. Not to mention, in those 21 games that we actually saw, we saw that he was a very good scorer off the dribble. He was a solid shooter. He was a solid playmaker, a solid rebounder, and he was a decent defensive player as well. And of course, we saw all those dunking videos from high school. He's a really good athlete, and he shows signs that he could have some solid upside. Now, as far as his cons, he can be a streaky shooter. He's a bad free throw shooter, and obviously, as we know, he got suspended for conduct problems. So that could be a potential character risk. And I do gotta say, him, because he did get hurt, I think like once or twice this season, but I do believe the biggest reason why he fell so much was just because of him getting suspended. And I don't really fault teams for really taking that into consideration, because this is somebody that you plan on taking with a lottery pick. If they get in trouble in college, what happens when they get all their money? Regardless, my personal opinion on Kevin Porter Jr., I think that he's one of the more talented players in this year's NBA draft. I feel like he could possibly be a really good player. Obviously, we've heard some feelers from Miami Heat saying that they're probably going to draft him if he's there. at their pick, and I wouldn't fault them if they went ahead and did that. As far as is he the most underrated player, I think most of us know exactly how good Kevin Porter is. It's just that it's not reflecting in the mock drafts. Do I think that he's better than Culver? I think that his upside probably is. As far as his floor, I think his floor is lower because he's not as good of a defender, and I don't think that his IQ is higher either. But I do think that he could be a very, very good player. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, man, in these videos, they're normally quick. Regardless, I think that he fits in well with all of those teams in the teens. Whether he goes to Miami, obviously Dwayne Wade is leaving, that opens up the door for him right there. If he goes to Detroit, that works well. If he goes to Orlando, I don't think that they are banking on Fournier being their future with Fultz. I think that they want to get another shooting guard there and pair him up with Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, and see how that entire dynamic works. Regardless, let me know what you guys think about this. Make sure to go ahead and leave y'all's opinions of Kevin Porter Jr. in the comment section below. I know I didn't go that much in depth. I know that I didn't go all that much in depth. If you guys want me to, make sure to let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to break down their film or anything like that. Regardless, like this video and subscribe. Let me know who we should do this with next, man. And if you guys want me to start going more into depth, because I know that some people do. But yeah, man, Kevin Porter Jr. out of USC. Some other comparisons I'm seeing now is Danny Green, Courtney Lee. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I mean, I can see the whole James Harden thing because of the way that he moves, the way that he plays, but I still hate whenever players are compared to superstars. I just don't really like it. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys thought about that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.